Okay, so this one is called Collision Earth. It's a sci-fi action film. Came out in 2020. It's an hour and 24 minutes. Amazon have a 3.5 out of 5. IMDb 2.2 out of 10. Just before I talk about the film as such, they're actually, if you search on YouTube, not YouTube, on Amazon, you'll come up with two of the exact same name. You're looking for the one with Eric Roberts in it. And also in Amazon, it's 99p to rent. It's not for free. But 99p is dirt cheap. I mean, my God, you can't even buy a pint of beer for that. Not anymore, anyway. So I'll read the Amazon synopsis. A large meteor shower unexpectedly bombards planet Earth. Scientists rush to the scene of the first impact, and the race is on to find a solution to save humanity. So the director is Matthew Boda, and he directed Rain City Drive. It was actually a music video. It's not a film. The producer, well, there's about 4 of them, but I've only picked one of them. He's David Michael Latt, L-A-T-T, and he did Super Clock. Music was Eliza Swenson, S-W-E-N-S-O-N, who did music for Dracula's Curse. Now the cast, we have Kate Watson, who was Gwen, and she was in Fatal Memory. We have Joseph Michael Harris, who was Michael, and he was in Sinister Squad. Daniel O'Reilly, who was Kurt, and he was in Goliath, the series on Amazon. Becca, B-E-C-C-A, Buccalew, I think that's how you say it, B-U-C-K-A-L-E-W, who was Mara, and she was in Underdog. Eric Roberts, who was Colonel Singh, and he was in The Dark Knight. Obviously, it's a very well-known actor, I mean. And John Morrissey, who was General Ambrose, who was in Lemon Drop. So the music starts off, the intro is very spacey, you know, the kind of spacey music that you would get, you know what I mean. And the radio, there's like a radio in the background, not like the coming news today sort of thing. And the radio dude's saying to watch the skies for asteroid shower, chill and enjoy the shower. So in the trailer, you'll see at the very beginning, there's a house that gets, demolished. That's more or less the start of the film. So I've gained nothing giving away as well. But it's just the way it says, just relax, grab a drink, just chill. So our 2 meteor people are standing by the rock or whatever that fell. With them is a local copper and the woman that owns the house. So they're confused about the size of the impact. They're looking at it and it doesn't make any sense. They're discussing stuff. They're going into full-blown details about flying lessons. Oh, I didn't know you did the flying lessons with her. Oh, yeah, I know how to fly, and she does this, and I've done that. La la la. And the other 2 are just standing there, they're just like, shouldn't you be discussing your rock? I mean, you're just banging on about, oh, this happened in so and so time and whatever, and they're just sort of, they pan back and they're just like looking. It's complete. It's like they actually forgot to include them. So, Gwen. Is it Gwen? Yeah, Gwen is drilling into the rock, right? And so Kurt says, "Oh, what's that using, Gwen?" She says it's like a diamond and a laser tipped drill bit. So he's shielding his eyes. He's a few feet away. And Gwen's literally inches away. No protection, no eye blinking. Doesn't happen. Just like, I think you'll find your eyes might have been burnt to a cinder. There's always funny bits in there. So in the command center, where Michael is, who was Joseph Michael Harris, the nuclear bombs are there, and then I thought there was an alarm going off. It's kind of like this. Oh my God, what the hell was that? And it turned out it was a phone. He just picked up the phone. I was like, oh, okay, that's not the ringtone I would ever want to have. Can you imagine that? So Eric Roberts is this colonel, and he's standing in this command center with these Chinese balls in his hands. You know, the ones that metal that you do to reduce stress, and you just roll around in your hands. It's just completely bizarre just watching them, and he never sort of does all with them. He just keeps on rolling around in his hands, just chilled. So Michael and all the other people all running all over the place, going, and he just stood there going, yeah, well, you know. Now the general, who was John Morrissey, he keeps shouting. So he's answering the phone. He's yelling down the phone. He's yelling at somebody who's literally inches away from him whilst they're doing the, you know, look at the screen. And he goes, "What's going on?" It's like, my God. So at one point, Eric Roberts is hanging on for dear life because the asteroids have hit, right? But it looks like he's lost. He don't know what's going on. He's probably dropped them bloody balls, to be honest. Not his, but the steel ones. I'll start again, you know what I mean? But you know what I mean. Those metal ones he's probably dropped and gone, oh my God, what do I do? I'm stressed. Now the general actually, John Morrissey, I don't know if this is bad or good, I don't know, but he actually sounds like Bill Gates in his voice. It sounds very, I'm not going to even attempt his voice, but he sounds like if I was not to watch the film and turned around, I'd have sworn that was Bill Gates talking. Obviously not in this film. If I ever saw Bill Gates in this film, I think I'd have just thought, what the hell's he doing in there? Was he that desperate? It was interesting to listen to various theories throughout the film. Very scientific. You know, you do see it sometimes with these films where they're trying to appeal to the masses, and they go into full science-blown sessions. It's really interesting. And I don't know if you see this on a trailer or such, but there's a lot of slow motion running. So if ever you watch the A-Team or any of that kind of 80s thing where they're running and they're like jumping through the air and stuff, it's that kind of stuff. So instead of them just running down the street for dear life and an asteroid hit and they bounce out of the way, they're slowly going down there. Slowly there. It's like watching Baywatch. Slowly going. I was like, my God, come on. But the impacts are good. You know, you see the asteroids coming down, you see them actually hitting the ground and bits of the earth sort of splintering off, smoke behind some buildings, so they've done some good editing. But yeah, it was a good film. Some bits were corny, but it wasn't War of the Worlds budget. You know, you're going to have some problems with it. It was a good ending. I kind of knew what was going to happen, but it was just a bit. I was like, oh wait, you're doing it that way? I thought it was the other way. The credits, my God. So at the end, as you know, credits come up, and sometimes they zip along so quickly you're like, I can't see a thing. And sometimes they're, you know, so tiny or whatever. But these go on for ages. Not because there's thousands of names, just because they must have put like slow motion on. So they're just slowly going up. So you've got like cast members. And you could go off and make a cup of tea and you're just getting to the end of the cast members. And there ain't many. But so yeah, what's it rating? A 2.2? I'd give it a 3, maybe even a 4. Push comes to shove. I mean, I found it was quite enjoyable. There were just little bits that annoyed me, but that's what happens with these kind of films. I mean, you could do the AAA film. You think this is really awesome, and then somebody does something weird, like, I don't know, Tom Cruise scratches his nose hair, and you're like, what the hell? What's this got to do with the film? Just the little things like that. But when it happens in a budget film, or a low budget film, people just jump on it and go, oh, that's crap. It's like, no, it's not. Just pretend it's not a high budget film, and you'll actually enjoy these things. Okay, well, hopefully you enjoyed watching and listening to this one. I'll go and select the next one. Okay, thank you. Goodbye.